No. I want to listen to what she's saying because she's changing her story to me.
Yeah, have a minute.
No,
Thank you.
she's on the witness stand. Your daughter has a drug problem. You need to take the rose-colored glasses off and see your child for who they are. Do you really think it's great for children to be living with parents living in a vehicle?
Please don't do this. Why are you doing this?
The court is going to sentence you to
This woman walks into court facing assault charges, and the only real thing standing between her and prison time is her own mother taking the witness stand on her behalf. That's already a pretty risky move to be banking on in a courtroom. And just watching this unfold, you can tell something feels a little off right from the start, even before anyone really says much. Depending on how honest her mom decides to be up there, this situation could flip in a hurry. Drop your predictions in the comments. Do you think her mother will actually help her case, or end up making things worse? Let's dive in and see.
State of Texas versus Annabelle Bishop. Are you Annabelle Bishop?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea according to the plea bargain agreement, and it's a continuous violence case. The state is silent on your application, but they're asking that punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison. You may call your witness.
Please state your relationship to Ms.
I'm her mother.
At this point, you understand the charges against this court, pending in this court?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't think that she should go for 5 years.
Do you ask this court to grant her deferred adjudication?
I pleaded with this court to grant her deferred.
What kind of drugs is she using?
To my knowledge, and for CPS, it's weed.
What are your concerns with your daughter?
She doesn't need to go to prison. I think that she would be able to do this out.
You spend a lot of money and effort to get her on bond. How much money did you spend on that?
$2,500
Okay, and then she's back in jail. Why is that? Why is she back in jail?
because she missed her court date.
Other than that, she was always a good, well behaved.
Yes, and she only missed her court date because she had a scratch in her eye.
And it says here that she has shown no remorse. She thinks it's all fun and games what she did to the ex-father-in-law. What do you think? Do you think she's remorseful?
Yes, I do, and they should be remorseful for what
I
they
was
did
saying
to her.
she took responsibility for what she's charged with. So you're not saying she's innocent. At this point, again, I was trying to clarify with you. Does she need mental health evaluation, you think?
Yes, I do.
On what basis?
On the basis that I've been her mother for the last 25 years, and I know my daughter, and she's changed a lot ever since she met her husband, and she's just mentally been abused by that family.
All right, I have some questions. So you're her mother?
Yes,
How many children does she have?
she has two.
All right. Why was CPS involved?
Because her father-in-law called CPS.
All right. Are you aware of the facts of this case?
Not all the facts.
Are you aware that she gave him a black eye?
No.
Are you aware that she went over to the home? At the job site, it states, the victim said that his grandchildren were placed on a safety plan on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 by Child Protective Services due to physical abuse allegations. Do you know what that means?
Yes, we do.
All right. So what that means is that Child Protective Services didn't do a legal case, and her attorney will tell you this. They just did a safety plan. The safety plan is designed to get the parents stabilized. So what they did was they placed the children with the father-in-law, and I'm sure they told her, these are the times that you can have your children as far as visitation. So what he says is around 9 a.m. today, the defendant, your daughter, came to his job site again, banging on the door. His coworker alerted him that she was here, and they called the police. The grandfather came through the gates and told her to leave. She began yelling, "Where are my effing kids?" He grabbed her phone and threw it so that she would leave the property. She then punched him in the face a couple of times and ran to get her phone. Shortly after, she returned on the property, threatening to damage the grandfather's truck and flatten his tires. She was looking for rocks, so he went to stop her. She came at him swinging with a closed fist. He grabbed her by the shirt and hip tossed her to the ground. He placed his hand on her back until she calmed down. That's what happened. And that was on the first occasion, because this is continuous. And it says your daughter has a drug problem. Does your daughter have a drug problem?
Yes.
That's either yes or no. So what drugs are she using?
To my knowledge, marijuana.
So you think she's only using marijuana? And you think all of this, that Child Protective Services, which they don't even do anymore, I don't know why they don't do it, but Child Protective Services are not putting children in safety plans or removing them because parents are using marijuana. It has to be more than that. Do you understand?
They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
I asked them.
Yeah, I'm really not sure I'm buying that story. It sounds okay on the surface, but once you start connecting the dots, it just doesn't hold up. You're telling me all of this was going on, and the person closest to her had absolutely no idea? That's a tough sell, especially in front of a judge who hears excuses and half-truths all day long. And beyond that, the way she's been carrying herself just doesn't line up with someone who's completely fine and sober. At some point, you'd have to notice something was off, even if you didn't want to admit it. And yeah, like I said, Judge Voigt is starting to pick up on that too. Her questions are getting noticeably sharper and more direct.
All right. So as a parent, sometimes we let our love of our children blind us or look at things through rose-colored glasses. In order to help children, you need to take the rose-colored glasses off and see your child for who they are. Now, you may not like what you're seeing with your child. You may not like the relationships they're choosing. You may not like the fact that they're doing drugs, but you have to acknowledge that and quit glossing over the fact that she doesn't have custody of her kids. And I hate kids because it's baby goats, but I'm saying kids with the cuts. That's what's in the police report. But she doesn't have custody of her children. And the reason why she doesn't have custody of her children is because there's allegations of physical abuse, not physical abuse where her partner that she chose is hitting on her, but physical abuse to the children and drug use. That's why there was a safety plan. And that's why the children were placed with the grandfather. Now, why the children are not placed with you, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not acknowledging the fact that your daughter has violence issues, that your daughter has drug issues. Maybe that's why the children didn't place them with, maybe that's why CPS didn't place the children with you. I don't know if you had a chance to put your name down for somebody to be interviewed.
Yes, I did. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but they came to my house, and because I was working, she said that I was too busy, and I've been trying to get a hold of them. I've been trying to be part of the safety plan, and they've been pushing me away.
Well, I mean, if they are pushing you away, I do, honestly, I understand why. Because you think that your daughter needs to be on outpatient treatment. You think your daughter needs to be released, and you're not looking at the fact that the children are in the care of this grandfather.
This grandfather.
Because of allegations of physical abuse and because she is living with somebody in a vehicle. Do you really think it's great for children to be living with parents living in a vehicle?
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes, you may.
Okay, John Tovar and Jacob Tovar started Annabelle on drugs.
Mhm.
They gave her the drugs.
And how old was she when this started?
18,
All right. And how old was Tovar, her boyfriend?
19.
And where were you as a parent? Were you letting her be out and about? Was she still living with
She
you?
was married with her husband.
These are choices that people make. And what drugs were they using? Just marijuana?
My knowledge, like I said, I didn't.
All right. So you're saying he started her on marijuana. So according to you, the only drug that she's ever been using has been marijuana. Is that what you're telling the court?
To my knowledge of what I know, yes, and what she's told me.
Okay.
And this is where everything really starts to fall apart. The judge isn't just asking random questions, she's testing whether any of this holds up under scrutiny. And the more this mother talks, the less sense it all makes. You can't walk into a courtroom asking for a second chance while giving answers that don't line up with reality. But yeah, this is the ending you've all been waiting for, where Judge Boyd finally lowers the hammer on this defendant for lying to her. Keep in mind, this woman was hoping for deferred adjudication, a chance to walk free and get back to her life. But as we all know, Judge Boyd doesn't play games. So let's watch her absolutely lay into this defendant.
All right. Anything you wish to say to the court?
I do.
You want to raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Annabelle Bishop.
All right. What do you wish to say?
I am very remorseful for what happened that day. And I don't feel like I should be,
What happened that day?
Well, you had just explained it, but that wasn't the whole story because he did put his hands on me as well, numerous times. That's why I pressed charges back on him.
Why were you at the location?
To retrieve my kids.
All right,
because
and
the original agreement was my kids were supposed to spend the night with him and I was supposed to pick them up that morning.
No.
That's why I was there.
So you're saying there was not a CPS safety plan in
Oh,
place?
yes, there is.
All right.
And the plan that me and Jacob had came up with was for his dad to be on the plan and my mom to be on the plan as well.
I'm sorry. I just want to just guide you a little.
No. I want to listen to what she's saying because she's changing her story to me.
Well, for that, may I have a minute?
No,
Thank you.
she's on the witness stand. So go for it.
But anyways, I'm very remorseful for what happened that day.
No. Let's go back to the safety plan business.
Yes,
So you're saying there was an agreement with the safety plan for what?
just for my mom and his dad to be on the safety plan. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
No, your mom just testified. You heard her testify that says she was not considered for the safety plan. So she was not on a safety plan. So your mom wasn't on there. So the only person who was on the safety plan was him. So why did you think that you were to go and pick up the children?
My kids,
Yes.
because I missed my kids and I just wanted to see my kids. That's the only reason. I
Right.
love my children.
Did you realize that was a violation of the safety plan?
No, I didn't realize that.
All right, you want some questions?
Oh, you want to just vaguely,
Sure.
you're not minimizing your involvement, you're still taking full responsibility.
Yes.
You're asking the court to not send you to TDC today. You want help for substance abuse and maybe mental health if identified.
Correct.
And you understand deferred, if you mess up, you get the full range of punishment.
Yes, I understand.
And this could be more than 5 years.
Yeah.
And you want to stay away from the complaining witness.
Yes,
From the
100%.
families, and you're going to comply with all safety plan, court rules, anything.
Whatever it takes.
What drugs were you taking?
I've only ever done marijuana. That's it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
Oh, you guys.
All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Jacob Tovar and Juan Tovar. I see that there is a request for restitution, but in the PS report, the court does not have a restitution amount, so the court is not going to order restitution. It's not in the PSI report.
Please don't do this. Why are you doing this?
All right. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your understanding? Did you sign it?
I thought it was gonna be probation, so I don't know.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed the plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to your attorney. All right, good luck to you.
Honestly, that felt way too harsh in my opinion. I get that she messed up and may have lied about drug use, but there wasn't any concrete proof to back it up. It just seemed heavy-handed to me. Maybe it was because she was crying. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Judge Boyd is the one on the bench for a reason, so I'm not about to second-guess her call. Still, it was a little tough to watch her break down and beg for mercy. Then again, like I always say in these videos, judges deal with manipulation and lies day in and day out. So chances are, she knows what she's doing in situations like this. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this ruling. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, take care.